One of you left a comment on my last video asking a question that really hit home, wanting to know more what exactly are accessories in a conversation. And it made me look at my own patterns, what I teach, and the times I use certain words when I'm frustrated. And these words they're like heavy jewelry. They look like they add something, but they really just weigh us down. So I spent some time breaking down exactly what these accessories are, and more importantly, what we can say instead to reclaim our power. So let's get into it. The first accessory, absolute language, words like always and never. You always forget the dishes. The reality, they probably don't always forget. When we use these, the other person stops listening to the problem and starts looking for that one time they did do the dishes just to prove you wrong. It's a distraction. So swap these for specific instances to keep the conversation on track. The next accessory is but. But is the ultimate accessory that ruins the look. It's a verbal eraser. If I say, I love your idea, but it's too expensive, all you heard was that it's too expensive. Here's the upgrade. Swap but for and. I love your idea and I want to look at the budget to see how we make it work. One shuts the door, the other keeps it open. The next accessory we use is I'm sorry. We use I'm sorry like a nervous habit. I'm sorry, can I get past? Or I'm sorry, I have a question. Let's just stop saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry is for when you've caused actual harm. Using it for everything else makes you sound small, and it makes it so that you feel less than in most ways because we're constantly saying I'm sorry. The upgrade that we want to do is we want to use excuse me or thank you for your patience. Save your apologies for when they truly actually matter. The next accessory, this is an accessory we wear internally too. I should be better at this. Should feels like a heavy weight. It's very judgmental and it keeps us stuck. So the upgrade is we want to change our should to could. I could spend more time on this project, but right now I'm choosing to focus over here. Could gives you back your power, your agency. It reminds you that you have choice in the matter. The next accessory, it is over-explaining. So have you ever noticed that when someone is nervous, they just keep talking? We think more words equals more clarity, and usually it's the opposite. So the fix here is to become more concise. Say the thing, then stop. Let the silence breathe. And if they need more info, they'll ask. Just, don't bury your point under a mountain of context. The next accessory, this is the accessory that's last season, if we're talking about fashion. When you're having a disagreement in the present, don't drag in something from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The rule, focus on the present to help your future. If you're fighting about the laundry today, keep it about the laundry today. Bringing up the past is just, it's adding baggage to a conversation that's already pretty heavy. So communication, it's really most powerful when it's minimalist. When you strip away the buts, the shoulds, and the always, and the nevers, people can finally hear what you have to say. They can focus on what you want them to focus on. They can focus on the real you. I gave you a lot of accessories. So which one of these are you most guilty of wearing? I know I struggle with the over-explaining. That's a big one for me. So let me know in the comments. If this feels like something you want to practice more of, if you want to go deeper, you have my books, audio courses. It all explores this kind of communication step by step, especially how to stay connected to yourself in difficult conversations. So I'll link those below. And I'm starting a new segment here where I will want to be answering real communication questions. So if there is a conversation you're navigating or a moment where you didn't know how to respond, leave a comment below. You're not alone in this, and chances are someone else needs that question answered too. So thanks for being here, and I will see you next week.